Hey, Jungle Explorer here, and today I'm going to show you how to fix the vent control problem on a Ford Econoline van. This is going to apply to 98 models through about 2011 models, vans, 150s, 250s, 350s, 450s, also some models of truck. Pretty much it all boils down to the same problem, a vacuum problem, because these systems are run off of a vacuum, and they have to have vacuum in order to change the vents. And when, if your vehicle, your Ford vehicle has the vent stuck on the defrost, and you can't, and doing this does nothing, you have a vacuum leak. Now, this vacuum leak could be in a lot of areas, but the most common area where this vacuum leak occurs is by a thing called the vacuum reservoir or the vacuum pot, which is a device which Ford has conveniently located in an impossible to get to area. And I'm going to show you how to fix this problem without doing that, because it'll cost thousands of dollars to fix it if you don't know this little trick. So I'm going to show you how to fix the Ford vent stuck on defrost problem here simply, and we're going to walk you through the process. First, let's show you where the problem is. Okay, so we're out here in front of the van, and this is the passenger side, driver's side here. There's a lot of vacuum hoses on this van, but you don't need to worry about the rest of them. They do a lot of things. Vacuum's used for a lot of things on here. See this little red hose right here? Let me zoom. Okay, this is the hose. Now right here there's a junction, and it goes from red to black. Now the black hose, it goes over here. Okay, the black hose goes right in here, and it goes down inside this fender well, quarter panel, in between the fender well in here and the firewall. Okay, now down in there is the vacuum reservoir. There's no way to get to it from the front, and there's no way to get to it from the back. The way you have to get to it from the back, you have to take all the Freon out of the AC system, pull the evaporator coil, pull the heater core out, pull part of the dash off to get to it. Lots of work. You got to take the coolant out, the Freon out, all that stuff. But here's the little trick that you know Ford's not doing, and I believe Ford did this intentionally. These hoses right here, the little vacuum hoses, they don't wear out. But what Ford did was they put a little 4-inch piece of rubber hose off of the main vacuum system to the vacuum reservoir, and that's what rots out, and you can't see it. The only way I was able to find this problem was because I have a little snake camera I bought when trying to find a dead rat underneath my house, and I was able to feed it down in here and see where the hose was rotted off. So this is the hole, buddy. You're not getting in there. There's no way to get in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to bypass Ford's system, because here's the thing. Ford put that box there, but that doesn't mean that's the only place that box needs to go. And the truth is, you don't even need that vacuum reservoir for your vent control system to work. I'll explain why later, but right now, let me just show you how to get around this without tearing your car apart. To get to it, you don't have to do that. Let's bypass it, so we're going to that step. Okay, so now I'm going to show you where the vacuum hose comes in underneath the dashboard on the passenger side. We look right up in here, we see that little black hose with a little red grommet on it right there. That's the vacuum hose. This right here is a little insert or bushing that comes through the firewall on. On the opposite side of this firewall, right on the other side of this grommet, there is actually a check valve and a T, and that's where it tees off and goes over to the vacuum pot or the vacuum reservoir. And that's where the problem is. And so what we're going to do is bypass this, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, step one, we're going to disconnect the black hose vacuum tube from the red one here in the engine department. So we're going to go ahead and just work that off of there, like so. Okay. Now, you're going to have to tie onto, there's a little piece of the vacuum tube sticking in underneath the dashboard. I showed you that on the passenger side. There's a little rubber grommet there that you got to pull it out of, and there's only about that much tube sticking out. You got to tie onto that somehow. Now I used a piece of live rubber, or you could use electrician tape to tie a piece of string on there. because we've got to pull it out this way. You cannot pull it back that way because there's a T valve and a check valve between here and there, and you cannot pull it back that way, but you can pull it this way. So tie a string on there, disconnect it here, and then we're going to pull it out. Now, watch out for these AC tubes here. You don't want to put any pressure on them at all. They are very important and cost a lot of money if you break your air conditioning system. So do not bend or try to take these things off. You're just going to have to work around them. Okay? And what I've got here is I've got it loose here. And I'm just going to work this thing up here. There's a lot of stuff in between, and it can get caught on stuff, so just be patient. There's no way to really guide it, turn it, twist it until you work it past the problems. You'll eventually get it out. All right, so this is what was underneath the dashboard that we got out. This was the part that was sticking out. Remember I told you it couldn't be pulled in because this is behind it. This little rubber hose right here goes over to the vacuum reservoir. This is the part that failed. This is designed by Ford to rot. You can see it's just completely dry rotted. The rest of the system is fine. Why is this rubber made inferior? I think it's by design, not by accident, and it's put in a place that it's going to cost you thousands to fix so that you'll be encouraged to buy a new vehicle. We are going to tell the Ford engineers that designed it to go jump in a lake because we're not doing that. Now, what do we got to do? All right, first, so we've got the string that we pulled through with it. Okay, this can't go that way, so we're going to put this under the dash, and we're going to run the vacuum tube back this way, tie onto the other side of the string, come in and pull it up, and connect it here. So then this will be underneath the dash instead of between the firewall. Okay, now you can get the vacuum reservoir pod on here if you want to. It's not necessary for the system to work. All it does is cause it to work a little more faster. What we're going to do temporarily to get it work is just plug this up. It will still work without the vacuum pod, okay, or the reservoir, the vacuum reservoir. What I've got here is some live rubbers. What I use to tie the string on. This stuff, when you stretch it, it activates, and it will stick to itself and become one and create an airtight, watertight seal. So what we're going to do is I'm simply going to plug up the port that goes to the vacuum pot. Okay, you just stretch it as you put it on, and I'm going to wrap it across the top here, and then bring it around and just keep stretching it. The more you stretch it, the better it seals. Wrap it across the top, wrap it around, okay, and just keep wrapping and wrapping and wrapping, and then that right there will become one solid airtight, watertight deal. No vacuum is going to go through there, so there won't be any leak. An important thing, side note on the vacuum, you might think that it's okay to leave your vehicle if you just like, well, I'll just use it on defrost. I don't need anything else. That vacuum leak can reduce the power and efficiency of your engine because it's allowing air into your engine, into your intake manifold, ruining the perfect mixture of the engine. So you're getting additional air, which can reduce your power and efficiency. So it's good to fix this anyways, even if you don't care about this. All right, so now let's go underneath the dash again. We're going to tie on this. Obviously down there it's going to be difficult to show you. I'm going to tie on this and we're going to pull it back through. Okay, got it tied on using the live rubber again. Okay, so here we go. And we're back through. All right, now we've got to get this live rubber off. It's great for holding, but buddy, it does not like to come off. Once it glues to itself, you basically just got to rip it off. It will actually glue to other pieces of rubber too. All right. Okay, so running this around here now, running this in and under. Okay, now we've gonna plug it back on here. It was plenty long enough to make it. So we're just pushing this back on here. This is a little holder device right here that kind of holds it up off the engine. It just kind of push up, it clips on. All right, so now we've run the vacuum hose. We've got it sealed here. Now we're going to go back underneath the dash, connect it up there, and see if it works. Okay, so now we see where it's come through right here. Okay, now all we got to do is reconnect these two right here. Push that into there, and I can't do that while filming at the same time, so just kind of showing you what we got to do. Got to connect those two right there, and then we'll give it a try. All right, so I'm in the car. You can see it's on defrost. Nothing coming out here. Let's switch it over to max AC. And there we go. Haha! Works just fine. No vacuum pot necessary. Let's switch it back over to defrost. It don't take that long at all. Switch it back over here. And boom, look at there. We have vent, folks, and that's how you get around Ford's stinking engineering trying to make you spend thousands of dollars to take your whole dashboard apart, take your AC off, take your heater core. And they are not liking me right now because I'm not making them any money. Well, if you've enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and comment. Also remember that sharing my videos on social media help me out a lot, guys. So I appreciate it. All the products you've seen used in this video to accomplish this task going to be in the description area underneath the video. Just click on the show more. So until next time, this is the Jungle Explorer signing out.